Hey everyone, welcome. Today I want to unpack, organize, and kind of put away my nail polish collection. I recently moved, and one of the last things to be put away is my polishes. I did want to build a nail polish rack, but that is going to be put off until kind of a summer project. So right now, I have some kind of semi-permanent or temporary housing. I don't know how long they will be there, but I figure it will do for quite some time. So let me show you. So I set up this wire rack, which was holding quite a bit of weight at the last place, but it is now vacant, and I have lined it with some contact paper just to keep things from falling through the grates. But now let me show you the heaping mountain of nail polish to be put away. It is quite literally a mountain of stuff. So first I'm going to go through all of the boxes and see what exactly is in there, because it is semi-organized, but there are things that are not with the others. So first we'll kind of identify what's going on, and then we will start putting them into the wire racks. I can put my little bowl of spring polish picks right up here on the top so I remember to wear them. It has not been hard. This is definitely a much smaller bowl than I started with, and I'm making good progress. Okay, so first, this is all of my Olive and Junes and a few other things in similar models. And then there is stamping stuff and some gems and whatnot. This is a mix of drugstore polishes and a lot of vintage stuff here, some Sally Hansen, quite a bit of random stuff. And this one is all of my juleps, my Salon brand, the few large size or regular size OPIs, and the couple Orleys that I have to start with. And then there is some indies in here. Okay, these are all fresh paints. These are not indies, but these ones are Great Lakes and Rogue. So I'll have to remember that there is some indies in here. This one says this is Polish Indies and LA Colors. So there's that. And then the last box is Indies, Bee's Knees, Colorista Carol, and Lynn Bees. There are also a few open boxes. This is all of my China Glaze, Nicole by OPI, Funky Fingers, and the Pretty Women polishes. I have a whole bowl of miscellaneous, mostly indies, that need to go with the other ones that are similar. I usually separate them by brand. I have a whole box of Sally Hansen with a few Revlons, and then there are some nail items here. Syringe for watercolor type nail art, dotting tool for dotticures, assorted brushes. I have a paddle here for scooping glitters, just whatever you might need. And then if you guys watch Hollow Taco owner Christine, then you might know about the peelies. These are my peelies from the last year that I've been doing all my own manicures. Not all of them peel off, but a lot of my base coats seem to, so I keep them. Why not? I figure I may refer back to them at some point and may want to relive some of my manis. I don't know. It's a quirky thing. And then the last box of polish is like a 2-in-1. I have all my minis and a few random LA colors. Maybe a couple other things as well. All my thinners happen to be in here as well. But in here, there's a bunch of random stuff chucked on top. This was the last one that was left unpacked when we moved, other than my spring polish picks. So it has my one coat Revlons, it has a bunch of other things thrown on top. So we will go through this, but I feel like these kind of mixed bag kind of ones will be waiting till the end. We shall see. There is also all of this, my top and base coats, all my gel stuff, all my loose glitters, my current polish destash that I'm working on, just kind of all of the miscellaneous stuff, which also will kind of deal with that at the end. Because right now, we're gonna tackle this chaos. Oh my goodness. First thing I'm going to kind of get rid of the ones that I'm not going to be working with right away. And we have our first little basket here, is what I'll call it. It's like a shelf, but it's totally a basket. We're going to start with all of these ones since they have a really uniform bottle. And I'm going to put these in, and then I will separate them with something that does not have the same bottle so that I can see where they all are. But I'm going to start with my Bee's Knees lacquer first. So I have all my Bee's Knees and all my Lynn Bees. All of my Colorista Carol are here. I'm not sure if I'm going to put them in here or not, but I am going to take them out of the box and kind of set them to the side. And I'm going to get this box out of here. I'm going to double check this little container for Lynn Bees and Bee's Knees that I might be able to put away. Okay, I'm gonna look through and do all of my LA colors, I think. These are all indies for the most part. There's a few SE and other things in here, but this is like 95% indie stuff. And there are some round bottles and most of the square bottles in my collection, so I'm going to push these to the side as well. And I'm going to bring this box into play here. Now I think I'm going to do my China glaze polishes. I do need to leave a little bit of room for bee's knees as well as the limb bees, so here we go. Okay, I separated these more mainstream ones from the indies because I need a little bit more room on both sides here. I have quite a bit of a limb bee to get swatched and put away, as well as bee's knees. So for now, we're going to go ahead and put this one away, and that should be it for bees for now. I pulled out the LA colors from the mini bin. Now it's all minis, and I think I would like to keep all my minis in here. There are a couple other nail art things that I'm going to take out. But I'm going to go through this and pull out all of the minis. There aren't many, but I'm going to put them in with the other ones. These are the names to those OPI minis because OPI minis don't come with the names on them, which is not always helpful. So I'm going to put this in there. And that should be all of the minis from in here. I'm going to put my Funky Fingers polish in next to the minis here. Now I'm going to put in my Pretty Women polishes. I'm just going to leave a tiny bit of space here for any extras in case I happen to find more from those brands. And I'm going to pull out all of these Nicole's and kind of set them over here to the side as well for now. I'm going to go ahead and put all of my Revlon Ultra HD Snap polishes, which are beautiful one-coat polishes, in here. They make a nice buffer because you can clearly see what color they are on the tops. And then I'm going to go ahead and put my Sassy Sauce polishes in here. And those fit perfectly in there, but I'm going to leave some room because I already know that I will be buying more of her polishes. So beautiful. So in here we have a lot of Brazilian indies and a couple miscellaneous items. There are random juleps that I keep trying to throw back in the julep box so that when we get to them, they'll be all in one place. Some of these are drugstore, and I'm going to pull those out. There are also some crystal knockout polishes in here, so these are kind of separated now. I'm going to put the Nicole's right up front. And this is looking really good. I'm just going to pop the Colorist Carol polishes in this little cranny, and then I'll go ahead and put this away. So there's that drawer. This next rack, I think, is going to be all of the more random indie polishes, just ones that I don't have a whole lot of. So that would be this whole box and this whole bowl. So I guess we'll just start pulling them out. The ones that I have multiple of from the brands, I have them kind of aligned up this way in the back. I'm sure I will have other polishes that I have only two of. I'm just going to kind of keep them all together, but I still have to go through these ones, and there is quite a few of them that I'm putting over here to the side because these are Brazilian brands. You can't really see them on camera, but all of these need to go in with the Brazilian brands. So these are so far all of the polishes with only one from the brand, and I do notice a couple of them that I know I have others from the brand. They're just not out yet, so I will leave plenty of room, but I'm going to go ahead and add the indie brands. I'm going to put them all together and pull out all of the crystal knockouts for now. Okay, and then for the front, I think I'm going to put the Great Lakes lacquer up here. So I'm going to move these out, or at least move them over. I've got my mainstreams. I'm going to put them over here with these ones. So I'll just kind of have those on the front, but I will leave room because I have a whole bag of these to swatch and get up on the channel. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Subscribe if you haven't already. You don't want to miss it. These little trays are really awesome. I think I'm going to put all my juleps in here just to make it easy because they are tall and skinny and they will easily fall over when I move the drawers. So I'm just going to pop them in here. And that will make this super easy to keep them at least straight and upright. I may start swatching these as shorts as well as just swatching them for myself on top of the bottle to make this a little bit easier to see what I'm looking at. I'm going to put all of my fresh paints in between the indies I have multiple of and the ones that I only have one of. So I'm just going to put them here. I'm going to leave just a little bit of room back here just in case any of these happen to grow. And then I'm going to kind of tidy these up a bit. So these are the ones that I know for sure I only have one of. And then these ones, I definitely have more than one of each of these. And I think I might have this one as well. So I'm just going to kind of leave this as is because I know some of these do have other polishes that are not in here right now. So I'm going to go ahead and put this up. But first, I'm going to add these rogues really quick. They really don't take up much room at all. So now I'm going to put this one away. Okay, we're going to go in with our last basket. We have all of these Sally Hansen's and tools. There are also a few Revlons in here. And some juleps that don't belong here anymore. There are the Revlons. There's only a handful. I'm going to put these mainstreams right up front. I got some Orleys. I'm going to put in my Sinful Colors, which I have a couple more. This one is near empty. This is now a Franken bottle. This one was from Project Polish last year. I almost finished it. I am going to leave some room for the Orleys though. I do have some coming. And I'm just going to put my Revlons behind these Sinful Colors because I only have a handful of each of them. I guess I can put my little 3 OPIs over here as well. And why not? My paparazzi ones as well. So we have 2 big boxes, and there is some Sally Hansen in both of them, so that's where we're going to go next. I'm going to leave a little bit of room here up front. I'm going to pull those out of here for right this moment. I'm going to put in all of these polishes. All of the chromes. And the old school chromes. We've got a few hard as nails. Some Insta-Dry. A few random ones. And the rest of these are all the Hard as Nails Extreme Wears. I'm just going to put them right up here. And we made it through another box. So now we've got all of our super random, like either vintage or drugstore, mainstream, dollar store, what have you, kind of hodgepodge left. So I guess we'll go in with these. I'm just going to put them right in the back of the Sally Hansen's. We have the Believe Beauty polishes. These ones are from Dollar General. And then most of these are super random. There's a few that I have a handful of, but some of these I only have one of. These Kiss gels from the dollar store. I did have a bunch of these at one time, but right before I started collecting polish again, I actually sold them all. Kind of a weird thing. I found one more hard as nails and needed to put it in here. So I pulled out my favorite Sally Hansen, and I'm just going to leave that right in front. And this handful is vintage Love My Nails polishes, 3 of them being chromes. I'm going to put these up by the other mainstream polishes, even though they're pretty old school. But I do want to leave a little space for my Orleys. Made it through another box. So now we have our Brazilian Indies. And Olive and Junes. Now, in the last place, I had them on this little rack. So I'm going to put my Olive and Junes on this rack again. And these Indies I'm going to put in the back here, and I'm going to organize them by brand. Okay, now that this drawer is done, I'm going to go ahead and put this away. Now the last thing is to put these Olive and June polishes on the nail rack. Okay, so that is set, and I'm going to set this up, as well as put away all the little miscellaneous items left. There's really not much. All the little random stuff and nail art stuff is all together in one basket or area now, which I can put right next to the nail rack. I am going to put my crystal knockouts into the drawer with the juleps. And the top of the rack now has all of those Olive and June, Color Shows, and Studio M polishes, as well as all of my nail tools, all of my top and base coats, which are the colored baskets, as well as my seasonal rack, which is just this black bowl for now. But I think that it looks pretty well put together, and I love the plants on here as well. I'm such a plant mom. They're literally everywhere, and it just gives such a little fun vibe. And there is the completed nail rack. That definitely put the fun in functional, and I'm sure this will serve well until I have nail racks, whether that be short term or long term. I'm not really worried about it now. I'm just glad to see all of my polishes again and have access, as well as room to continue to expand the collection. But if you have had fun and enjoyed this video as much as I have enjoyed filming it, definitely leave a like below, and if you would like more nail content like this, consider subscribing to the channel. I have so enjoyed having you here today and hope to see you in the next one. But until next time, friends, thanks for hanging with me.